choose an Inkling. Didn't I already do this before? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a girl, though. Skin tone, we'll go with that. Eye color, always the blood red. And obviously kind of the emo look as usual. And yeah, these work. Sure. You cool with that? Can totally change it later if we want to. Heck yeah. So, this may come as a surprise to no one, but I'm a pretty big fan of Splatoon and Splatoon 2. However, it's been a fair bit since I've played the game. You think you're too cool for school? It's time to prove in a battle. You're looking a little green though. Let's start with the basics. So, of course, we can aim. Apparently it wants me to use motion controls, which I'm not the favorite though. We face forward with the Y button, shoot with ZR. Turn to the side, do it again. And a little bit further if we move a little farther ahead. See, I don't normally play with motion controls. Let's just follow this crazy arrow. And just keep blowing up balloons. Man, the balloon market must really, really hate us right now. But hey, that's fine. Listen, the balloon market's not the least of our worries, but we can even swim up walls. That's pretty cool, right? And still popping balloons. Man, whoever put these balloons here must really, really not like us. Or, like, yeah, they probably don't like us right now. You know, we're just destroying their entire livelihood. However, enemy ink with our color, yeah, I mean, I guess. Sounds like a turf war sort of thing. Oh, we can also throw bombs. That's pretty cool, right? We can climb up walls. Man, wouldn't this be a pretty cool place, though, to have a battle? But we're almost at Angopolis Square, so that's fine. Let's super jump away. And head on over to Angopolis Square. Man, it's been a long time, hasn't it? Long enough that I actually had to remake my character. No, I'm just kidding. This is a different account. This is a different account. Anyway, look at these cool people. They just chillin'. They looking fashionable. Super fashionable. Look, they got their hats on. Someone's doing some DDR. I think they're missing every single note, though. And here we are with a box in front of us. Yes, welcome to Splatoon 2. So why am I playing Splatoon 2? I've already done the Octoling expansion in streams before. I've done multiplayer in streams before. But oddly enough, I've never shown off the main story mode when it comes to Splatoon 2. I've never actually shown it off, not even a little bit. Kind of crazy, don't you think? Even still, I also wondered, is Splatoon 2 only fun because of the multiplayer? Because the multiplayer of this game is insanely fun. There's reason why there's a lot of creators out there who still play this game years and years later. Creators that I've befriended in the past, and I've played numerous rounds of Splatoon 2 with. Heck, I've played Splatoon 2 a ton in the past. And a lot of you probably watch this channel because I streamed Splatoon 2. Most of you probably don't care about the other stuff I stream and play, and that's fine. But I think to round it out, I want to see if the Splatoon 2 story mode was actually any good, because I feel like people talked about it once and then never again, and then Octoling expansion, they only talk about one thing of that. So my goal with this series is to see, one, is it worth 100%ing, again I guess in my case, for the main game, as well as Octoling expansion, and two, maybe giving some tips and tricks on how to get through it. And seeing if maybe I can fall in love with this game once again, all these years later of me not playing it. So let's go and look at the screen above Angopolis Square. And we got Pearl Marina here. Y'all know what time it is. It's Off the Hook, coming at you live from Angopolis Square. Check it, here are the current regular battle stages, and these are the battle stages as we will probably not be doing during this playthrough. Mainly because this is going to be focusing on the single player compared to the multiplayer. And who knows, maybe if the single player catches my interest again, maybe it'll reignite my love for this game. And I might go back to playing multiplayer and doing some streams. Why is our producer freaking out? Read the teleprompter, Marina. Let's see here. This just in, the great Zapfish has disappeared? Wait, like, for reals? I feel like I've heard this story somewhere before. Yeah, this is the same story as Splatoon 1, funny enough. There's more! Pop superstar Callie of the Squid Sisters has gone missing! No, not Callie! This is terrible! Do something, Marina! Okay, I'll put together a search party. Whatever, I'm sure they'll turn up at some point. In other news. But shouldn't we form a search party or something? Try a little something new today. I call it Inkopolis Fashion Focus. Pearl, what are you doing? I don't see this on the script. Relax, we're just gonna spotlight some fresh new styles running Inkopolis. Pearl, did you even run this by the producer? Nope, let's dive right into our first feature. All the cool squid kids in town seem to be sporting these weird hairstyles lately. Squid kids? Oh, right. At this rate, it's only a matter of time before this thing is a full-on fad. Although, I feel like I've seen these weird hairstyles somewhere before. Alright, Pearl, I'm getting word that we're out of time for this segment. Ugh, fine, be sure to tune in next time for more Inkopolis Fashion Focus. And when exactly is next time going to be? Yeah, that's fair, I don't think they've ever done this ever again. Pretty sure we peaked on that one, so probably never. Yep. And that's all the time I've got, so until next time, don't get cooked, stay off the hook. Still like stay fresh better, honestly. But anyway, welcome to Inkopolis Square, the new nerve center of Inkling culture. That's Deca Tower, that are right in front of you, one of the tallest buildings in all of Inkopolis. There's a lobby on the first floor of Deca Tower for online battles, which we won't be doing during this playthrough. Over here, we've got the Galleria, Inkopolis' most popular shopping center. Here you can buy the freshest gear and weapons to use in battle. But the shops are pretty exclusive, and they won't serve you if you're not fresh enough. What else? Oh, that creepy shop back there? Rumor has it they're hiring for some sketchy job. Good old Salmon Run. I thought it was fun for a bit, and then it got really boring. You might want to think twice before you apply there, unless you really need dough. That brings us to the Shoal, the coolest hangout spot in all of Inkopolis. That's where Inklings go to meet up with nearby friends for both competitive and cooperative play. And next we have... Huh? Who's that mysterious squid back there? It almost looks like... No, she never hang out in a place like this. And those clothes? Yeah, it must be someone else. Is it just me, or does that alleyway seem a little fishy? Yeah, definitely something fishy going on over there. Probably best to ignore it. I like how they tell you just to ignore these different places, yet... You know... There's reason why you want to go back there, the reason why you want to talk to the squid. Anyway, give me one moment here real quick. Much better. Now, I'm one of those people who are weird and I like to not have the motion controls on, but you can definitely switch it on and off through the options. But, just want to cut that out here. Also, we can open this box and get the Splatfest tea and limited stuff because... Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. But we don't need to worry about that. We got Masako, Claudia... Haru. I think these are just default people, just because we have not done anything online on this account. I guess makes sense. Anyway, the important thing is this girl over here. Let me just go in here and say hello to a divisive character. Yeah, I mean, Callie and Marie are both very, very split when it comes to who likes who, right? Ah, well. The Octarians. Hey, you shut up. As soon as I saw you aimlessly wandering around the square, I knew you were the one. I'm Marie. I know you're probably a bit starstruck, but I need you to get over it. Yes, I'm that Marie. You know, from the Squid Sisters, Stay Fresh and all that. No, I have no idea who you are, lady. You never heard of me? For real? Well, you obviously aren't very cultured. But you'll have to do. I think that's a jab at probably the Wii U, because keep in mind, Splatoon 1 was on the Wii U. And the Wii U didn't perform as well as expected, or hoped. I think hoped is probably a better word. So not too many people knew probably who Marie was if they've never owned a Wii U, which not a lot of people did. So I guess that might be what that jab is. See, you've got a little thing I need some help with. But now you've heard that the great Zapfish that powers Inkopolis Square is missing. Well, it's not just missing, it's been squidnapped by the Octarian menace. How do I know this? On the surface, I may just look like an absurdly talented pop star, but in truth, I'm Agent 2 of the new Squidbeak Splatoon, a secret society of heroes who save the world from Octarians. I've been trying to keep an eye on the Octarians in my downtime, but I'm a busy girl. Only Kelly was around to lend a hand, but she's missing too. Ahem. I need you to go get the great sapfish back from the slimy Octarians. What do you say? Are you in? Yeah, sure, I guess. Why not? Ahem. So... I'll take your awkward silence as a yes. Welcome aboard. You're now Agent 4 of the new Squidbeak Splatoon. I've even brought you a brand new hero suit as a signing bonus. And look at that, it fits like a glove. Not bad for an old hand-me-down. Now let's go tear those Octarians limb from limb, from... Well, you get the picture. Oh yeah, the entrances to the Octarian realm are invisible, so you have to ink them to reveal them. And yeah, there we go. So we can actually practice right now. We have not the best hero shot. Takes quite a bit of damage, as you can see. But we will be leveling this up as time goes on. There's also this. You don't need to worry about that just yet. But if you've not gotten to Splatoon yet, or for some reason are watching my, watching my videos of this, or watched, like, say, my streams, if you've not watched either of those, and this is the first time you're hearing of Splatoon 2, I don't know for sure where you've been, if you've been living under a rock. I really don't know. Also, this is important. By doing that balloon thing, we get a Sunken Scroll. Welcome to Octo Canyon, the world's most gorgeous gorge. Collect all the commemorative souvenir stickers. We'll worry about those later, too. Just know, by popping those balloons, you can get cool stuff. Anyway, yeah, if this is the first time that you've actually seen Splatoon 2, I don't know if you've just not been paying attention, or not owned a Switch, or just not seen a lot of the hype for this game, but Splatoon 2 is a third-person shooter. So instead of being up close and personal, and you always see the gun right in front of you, or the ink blaster, I guess you can call it, you're actually right behind the character. You can pretty much always see what they're doing, and have a better view than if you're in first person. And it's also very team-based. If you're playing online, it's 4v4, and there's a bunch of different modes that you can tackle, with honestly my personal favorite being Turf Wars, because that's the only one I've really played a lot of. Never really played the ranked modes, but I thought they were cool to an extent. So, but I didn't really start with the multiplayer, because I actually played a lot of the single player before I even started streaming the multiplayer. And when it comes to the multiplayer, say what you will about it, and say what you will about some of the community. Don't worry about that, by the way. I think that the multiplayer was a lot of fun, but you probably didn't get super interested in it unless you played the single player. At least that's how it was with me. Everyone could be different. Everyone might have just played this game just for the multiplayer and never even touched the single player, so who knows? But speaking of which, let's reveal this little tea kettle and go to Return of the Octarians, rescue the Zapfish. So if you've never seen the single player before, let me know in the comments why you've never tried the single player, if you've actually been playing the multiplayer this entire time. I would be very, very curious to know. But anywho, big things you really need to know. If you press ZR, you can shoot your ink everywhere. That sounds weird, but just roll with it. ZL means that you can turn to a squid, and if you run low on ink, you can actually hide in your own ink to refill your ink gauge. These little orbs that we're collecting are fish eggs. Yeah, we're collecting fish to use as currency. Don't read too much into that. And this is an Octarian who turned into an onion ring. It's called a squid ring, but I call it an onion ring. Deal with that information as you will. Your main goal in all the single players is just to get from point A to point B, defeat all the Octarians, and confuse them. If you press the right bumper, you will actually be able to throw a Splat Bomb. Splat Bombs take up a lot of your ink. As you can see, there's that little bar with the arrow. That's how much ink it ends up using, and that's how much ink you gotta get to before you can use it again. Splat Bombs cover a lot of ground, but they don't really kill unless it's right on top of an Octarian or another player if you're playing against others. Also, we have the high ground. Also, you may notice I took a hit there. Here's the cool thing with Splatoon 2, or just guess in Splatoon in general. You don't die in one hit, or like 2 or 3. a lot of the time. There's some weapons that do kill you in one hit, but a lot of the time you're going to be dying in like 4, 5, 6 hits and such. So you don't have that like really crappy health bar that a lot of first-person shooters have. This one, you really just, you can very quickly heal back up, and you can, you know, not have to worry about dodging too much, at least in these first ones. Oh, bye, balloon. I guess we just don't need you. That's fine. We don't need to worry about that. And I know that the single player starts off a bit slow, especially because we don't have too many upgrades, but stick with it, because if you've never played, well, okay, buy balloon again. I guess we just don't need balloons, right? Probably? I don't know. But if you've never played the single player, once again, I would like to know why, but also too, I highly recommend giving it a shot, because I think the single player is a lot of fun, and it's just, you know, I enjoyed every single aspect of Splatoon 2. I thought that the single player was pretty good as well. That being said, we could open that up, which we will. Accidentally? No! Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Also, this is a balloon fish. I'm kind of skipping over a lot of stuff because a lot of it might be self-explanatory. I'm partially acting as if most of you have, you know, seen a lot of this stuff before. That's what I'm acting like, but I'm pretty sure not all of you have, you know, seen this game. But if you're on my channel, I mean, you probably know. That briefcase's armor means that you can you pretty much have an extra life-ish. You have 3 lives in the corner if you fully get splatted, but you can take enough damage to where, you know, you'll just lose a part of it. This is a fish egg batch or some sort. Really weird that we're collecting fish eggs, but, you know, more power to you. I just want to keep just going around and revealing as much as you can and take out the Octarians. It's pretty simple. Story mode's not anything crazy. Like, your big thing is, hey, collect the sapfish, defeat the Octarian menace, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. That's it. That's all you really need to worry about. But, you know, it's not that, you know, deep or anything. It's not like a Legend of Zelda game where you have to worry about everything. Also, I swear there was something back here. Apparently missed these 3 eggs. I'm trying not to miss too many eggs, I swear, but we probably will miss a lot of them. I guess we'll just keep going. You may also see that I take a little bit of damage when I'm in enemy ink. You can't die from enemy ink, but you can get low HP. That's the same thing in multiplayer. It's not something too many people focus on because you usually just cover it up immediately, but I digress. Now, up here, we want to avoid this, because up here is this box. And inside this box is, I think it's like a salmonoid or something like that. I don't remember the exact name of it. We'll be told about it later, so it's not going to pop up on screen yet. Don't look down, or do, or whatever. Yeah, if you're a big fan, if you're afraid of heights, probably don't like looking down, but I wouldn't worry about it. Wow, you must really hate balloons? Yeah, trust me, the balloon manager, not a big fan of us. Anyway, hello! Down again. Pretty simple. Yeah, this game, like I said, it's not too crazy or anything. Now we're looking for that scroll still, and that is a Sunken Scroll. We got one earlier that gave us a sticker, but if you want to know the lore of this game, Sunken Scrolls are really where it's at. I haven't seen it just yet. I don't think we will for a little bit. This is the final checkpoint, so hopefully we will see it soon. And we get Tenta missiles. So this is one of the powers that you get when you're playing multiplayer. It sends out a bunch of missiles in sets of 4, depending on how many enemies that you check or how many enemies you see. I'm gonna open this up here real fast, and we get some more Tenta missiles. Nice. To be honest, I think we totally missed the, I think we missed the Sunken Scroll. Once again, I'm not too worried about the scrolls right now. If you've not seen this game, you'll see why later. Anyway, we'll get some fish eggs. One more key. Yeah, we totally missed it. I think it's down. If you see that way over there, I think it's down over there is where that is. Yep. Actually, we can still get it. There you are. Nice. So yeah, this is Sunken Scroll. Means that we can get some lore about this game afterwards. So yeah. I do like the lore about this game. I like hidden bits of lore in games. It's not like super apparent. And this game just does really, really well with it. But, you know, no one really talks about the lore of this game. And they're really just more talking about the multiplayer. Which, like I said, yes, the multiplayer is really, really good. And it's what a lot of you know me for. But I mean, you know, I wanna try the single player and remember how it was. Also, for keeping the armor, we got 10 extra eggs. Nice. And we got everything. So let's check out that Sunken Scroll. A shockwave struck when one young lady was performing at a recent youth folk singing contest, doing damage to the venue. Fortunately, no one was injured. Yeah, so that's Pearl, one of the people from Off the Hook, I think is what their name was, if I recall correctly. Man, it's been like 2 years since I played this game, and I can't remember anything. Dang. Yeah, Pearl is a pretty loud singer. Anyway, those salmonoids, we don't need to really worry about them just yet. Are you gonna tell me what they are? Because you could talk to her. Is there something on my face? No. I think you're so beautiful. Nope. Yeah, you can try to spray it, but it doesn't really work. Anyway, let's move on to the next one over here. On to number 2, which I need to jump. Welcome to Octopia, the Summer Wind Rises. We'll do the first 3 levels. I think that's a pretty good way to just start things off. And we'll do a lot more as time goes on. This is going to be a longer series, though, just letting you know. Also, every single time we do a new area, we change ink colors. There's some really, really cool ink colors in this game that unfortunately they don't use because they either saved for Splatfests, which are unfortunately no longer a route, or they were, you know, you just don't see them anymore, unfortunately. I think there might be some that are only specific to the single player. I could be wrong, though. I think all these color combinations are probably the same. Octarians, though, are usually always purple. Now, those are missiles. If we waited a little bit, we could have gotten more balloons, but we don't really care too much about them, do we? We just want to keep on moving on. Also, it's really, really good to just get used to looking around corners if you're looking for Super C scrolls and such. I don't see one, so we'll just carry on. But I like this beach theme. The one thing I still never understood about Splatoon is, and I think this has been brought up by other probably Let's Players, I'd imagine so, but like, why do they die when they touch water? I get the whole idea is that their body is made out of ink, but it's like the Wizard of Oz up in here. Like, okay, I'm gonna just touch this water, I'm melting! Okay. Oh, something else I could show. You can actually destroy the shield if you're stubborn enough, and you regain... yeah, if you're stubborn enough, you can get the shield. But if you're stubborn enough, you can just get it. But anyway, yeah, it's like Wizard of Oz up in here with like, oh, we're melting! Some kind of completionist or something? Yes, I am. It's like their ink just gets on top of the water and then dissipates. But that... I don't think that usually happens with ink, if I'm wrong. Like, oil likes to stay right on top of the, yeah, oil usually will stay on top of the surface of water. I don't know if ink straight up dissipates or what, but it's just, I don't know. It's weird that they're just made out of ink, and they try to, I know there's some lore that tries to portray this back to humanity, and being like, yeah, by the way, screw you, little thing. I'm just gonna jump down here so I don't have to worry about that. This is where your extra armor is. I thought this is where the Super C scroll was, but I was wrong. That's later. Don't mind me. I get the idea that they are made out of ink, but there's like lore that says that they're connected to humans. And last I checked, I don't think humanity had anything to do with, I don't think humanity had anything to do with, squids that are completely ink-based. Like, if they just were at, like, tentacles and such, I'd understand, but that's what it is. But with this series, I do want to bring up as well that I do hope... Let me just cover this a little bit more. We don't want to go there. As you guys saw, there's 3 boxes up there, so we will get close, but not touch it. There we go. Because up here should be, yep, the Salmonoid. Awesome. I do want to like reflect on a lot of the memories that I've had with this game, with other content creators that I've, you know, played with in the past and everything. And, you know, I do want to relive some of those memories. If you're new to this channel and this is the first thing you're watching with Splatoon 2, well, first off, thank you. I appreciate it. This is also Splashdown, which you will see here in a moment, because I will just go over here. And we will, you know, like right around here. And we do a big skadoosh right there. Perfect. There's another one over here as well. Sorry, I get very distracted. If you've watched any of my streams or watched any of my content, you know that I get distracted very, very easily. But anywho, with Splatoon 2, I have a lot of memories. I have a lot of good memories, I have a lot of bad memories. And I do want to talk about a lot of them and see if anyone maybe have like any similar memories from the game. If this is the first thing that you're watching of mine, you probably have not experienced any of my streams or anything of this game. Heck, if you're new and been watching since the since like Twitch times, I have not streamed Splatoon 2 at all on Twitch for various reasons that I will talk about. So if this is your first time watching me play this game, you probably are like, man, I didn't know Kit played this game. And we'll cover it all. We'll talk about it. Now we'll remember stuff. Also, this is an Octobomber. There's Splat Bombs everywhere. We could have just blown it up with this, but it's fine. Why do I get the feeling that down there? I think it's down there is where the Sunken Scroll was. Oh well. As is tradition, apparently I'm just going to be constantly missing Sunken Sea Scrolls. Oh well, we'll worry about it later, like I said. No harm done if we miss it. Or do I want to get it back? Nah, if we miss it, we miss it. Don't worry about it. We'll be coming back to every level. So don't worry about it too much. Like I said, I'm not too worried. I think also, since we're going to be doing the 3rd level as well, to round out this first area, got the Salmonoid, not the Super Sea Scroll, and that's perfectly fine with me. I do want to bring up a memory that I have of this game that I really, really enjoyed. Anyway, first off, before we get to that, we got, what was this called? I totally missed the name. I apologize. Sunset Octocopter, dash and jump. This is supposed to be a reference to Sunset Overdrive, I think. Step on that dash track. Yeah, we'll worry about those in a bit. But I'm not going to be talking about the game too much. Let's just talk about some memories. My first like full experience of playing this game and being incorporated into a lot of the smaller Splatubers, as they called. I never really fit in with the Splatubers because, you know, there was a lot of people who, you know, have that moniker of Splatuber. And admittedly, I always wanted to be kind of considered one, but I noticed very quickly that I never really was. I think it was primarily because I was constantly a variety streamer. I still am, right? I still stream a whole bunch of variety. But I always just wanted to be maybe slightly considered one, and I never got the name. But I think the first person who made me really feel like I was considered a Splatuber is a YouTuber. Probably if you watch this channel, like I said, you may have known him. Squidman. Super awesome dude. I'll link to his channel down below in the description. I remember there was a point, Lord knows, I don't know when specifically, but I was playing with him, and I think it was just him and viewers, and he just outright was like, hey, you know, how do you like being part of the Splatoon community? And we're just kind of talking and chilling, and it's just like, well, being a fellow Splatuber, I'm just interested to know what your take is on the game. And I remember him calling me a Splatuber, and I got this weird sense of happiness because, you know, nowadays I'm considered variety, which I really like being considered variety. That's what I prefer to be known as. But I've never, with every game that I play, whether it be Dead by Daylight or Genshin Impact or, you know, when I was with Splatoon, no one ever called me like a Dead by Daylight streamer or a Splatuber, or with Genshin Impact, a Genshin Impact streamer. Like, no one ever really called me anything specific like that or treated me as such. And Squidman, I think, was the only person who ever treated me a little bit like that for the Splatoon community, and it honestly made me happy. It legitimately made me happy. Because it felt like I had a place that I belonged, and it felt like I had a community and a family that, like, was proud to have me by their side. Which, it might sound weird, but knowing a lot of the stuff that I've gone through, just regarding family stuff and whatnot, you know, that meant the world to me. So I'm always really fond about, like, you know, I know I'm never probably still gonna have the moniker Splatuber, even if when I stream Splatoon 3 when it comes out. But, you know, I don't particularly mind being called one, because I always thought it was cool being called that, because I feel like it signifies that I'm actually fully part of the community. And that just made me happy when Squidman was the first one to call me that. It felt like I finally had a place, and I always remember it. Anyway, enough with that memory. I know, side stories, sappiness, yada yada yada. I haven't really talked about this much at all. So we got some new enemies. We got some flying dudes. We got these guys with the 3 tentacles who fire a little bit in a burst. And we got some dash track stuff. We got grind rails. We had that really cool looking weapon that sucks called the Stingray. I don't know if the Stingray ever got better, but I remember the Stingray was never really that good. And no one usually ever used it. I think it did get a little bit better later down the line. Later down the line, but it's good for this. It's definitely good for this. Anyway, let's go grab this third sapfish after we didn't talk about that at all and just talked about my first, like, fond memory of Splatoon 2. And that's a wrap. That is it. Let's read the Sunken Scroll. Oh, this kettle. You know what? We'll do this. We'll round it out. We'll do the first boss. Anyway, we're moving. Ammonites will be moving to a new location soon. Many thanks to our loyal customers for your support. Ammonites is the weapon shop in this game. If you play the multiplayer, you know what that place is. Anyway, we got the boss kettle. Let's do it. Let's do all of World 1. We'll fight some memorable bosses. If you've never played the Splatoon 2 story mode, you're in for a treat. Industrial Toast into the Octo Oven. Let's meet the Octo Oven. Or 225 degrees of pain, Octo Oven. Now, if this is your first time seeing it, please let me know in the chat. Chat? Oh my gosh, I'm not streaming, Kit. Kit, you know what you're doing. You're recording things. Let me know in the comments if this is your first time experiencing this insane-looking boss. Let me tell you my first experiences. My first experience with this boss, I was blown away. I saw that, like, the tentacle rising and the really, like, nasty looking metal creature that we're about to fight, and I thought that this thing was going to be terrifying, that this game was going to take on a whole new meaning. And then I saw that it was an oven with toast. And as soon as I saw that, I knew that this was going to be a silly game that I would always enjoy. So with this little oven guy right here, you want to just cover as much turf as you possibly can and then move out of the side when it shows up, or when it jets itself out. After 2, it's going to do a big third one, and you can hop on. It tries to use these little, like, twirly, like, washer things to try to stop you, but it's pretty easy to avoid. 2 tentacles down, 1 more to go. Also, if you're paying attention to what Marie is saying, Marie does shoot out a lot of puns. But now these guys, these breads, have armor. They have support. and have access to a new attack. Being that. You just want to spin and keep staying close, stay close, and head back and forth. This kind of confuses the boss quite a bit if you make it far enough, because it will just keep going back and forth and have it leave an entire area uncovered. But it's going to start firing off its toast faster, and it's actually going to do 3 times instead of 2. However, now you have to keep in mind that there is a little bit of armor plating or oven racks and such. But other than that, it's pretty simple. And of course, with Nintendo's tried and true trademark of 3 hits, you're out. This guy's toast, indeed. I'm not going to be paying too much attention to what Marie says, but you guys will get a laugh out of what she says, I'm sure. Anyway, nobody likes burnt toast. So we ruined the toaster that burned it. After every boss, you will get a Salmonoid right off the bat. And this entire place is very, very barren. Got some greenery up here on the sides. Looks like a shirt of some kind, maybe a bag. It's like tuna fish. That's a little weird. I don't know if it's this area, but some of the boss areas, you can actually hear something very unnerving, but I don't think it's here. We'll try to hear that later. But anywho, that's it with the Octo Oven. Good work, Agent 4. I'm sure you know how to pick them. Gotta hand it to the Octarians, though. I didn't expect them to have fully operational Octobosses at their disposal. I think it's time to call in the big guns. Let's see here. Sheldon, can you hear me? Over. I hear you loud and clear, Marie. Over. Oh man, this is so cool. Agent 4, I'm Sheldon from Ammo Knights, the only weapon shop in Inkopolis with over 542 million years of trusted service. Yeah, we've been around for a while. That's right. Stop by Ammo Knights in Inkopolis Square for all your weapon needs. Tell me Sheldon what sent you. Marie told me everything. To think that my signature weapons can be of help to the new Squid Beak Splatoon. I'm honored. But I'm afraid I can't just let you treat my vast arsenal like all-you-can-eat buffet. I do have business to run, you know. So let's help each other out. I want you to help me test out some new weapons I'm currently developing. All you have to do is use them in real-world conditions. If you do that for me, I'll be able to gather all sorts of amazing data. The data will help me get the approvals I need to make retail versions of the weapons. And once the retail versions are out, you can use them in turf war battles. It's a real win-win, don't you think? Oh yeah, and... Okay, down boy. I think Agent 4 gets the point. Let's get back to work, Agent 4. Stay fresh. Sheldon's been around for 542 million years. That's kind of insane, unless time works differently here. Good news, you can now use my Ammo Knight's Enhancifier next to Cuttlefish Cabin. It's a top-of-the-line vending machine that can enhance your weapons and add bombs to your arsenal. The Enhancifier doesn't take cash, it takes power eggs and sardinium instead. I told you it wasn't going to pop up. Sardinium. I thought I was going to say salmonoids. Power eggs are fish eggs. Just know that. Just know that they're fish eggs, okay? Power eggs are fish eggs. It's weird. And then sardinium, which I will probably continue to call salmonite. Salmonite. One of the two. We will check out the Enhancifier next time, and we will go to a new area next time. Area? Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Area next time. On Splatoon 2. I hope you guys are also excited for this as much as I am recording this. It's nice to be back to playing Splatoon 2. I hope that as we play through the story mode and do everything there is possibly to do, and relive some memories that I recall from my time of playing Splatoon 2, I hope this brings back, 1, my love of the game, 2, my love of the community, and 3, maybe going back to play multiplayer at some point before Splatoon 3 drops. It really just depends on if I remember more fond memories than not so fond memories, but we'll go down both. We'll go down both. I hope you guys are excited for this, because I know I am. Anyway, with that being said, I thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still here for all the Splatoon 2 stuff, I appreciate y'all for still hanging by and waiting for more Splatoon 2 content. I know it's been a while, but I hope this does not disappoint you guys. With that being said, have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. Of course, my name's Katathi. I'll see you guys next time for whatever's next to come. See you guys later. Peace. I can't say bye to the camera, but bye, everybody! Peace.